Question 1. Missouri-specific insurance laws. Which of the following is not a required provision under Missouri's insurance laws for health insurance policies? A. Coverage for mental health treatment must be equal to the coverage for physical health treatment. B. Insurance policies must include a clause for timely payment of claims within 30 days of receipt. C. Insurers are required to provide a 90-day grace period for policyholders who miss their premium payments. D. Health insurance policies must cover a pre-existing condition immediately upon policy issuance. Answer C. Explanation. Under Missouri law, insurers are required to provide timely payment of claims typically within 30 days of receipt. However, the 90-day grace period is not a specific requirement for health insurance policies. Missouri law requires a grace period for life insurance policies, typically 30 days, but does not mandate a 90-day grace period for health insurance policies. The correct answer is C. Option is a correct statement because Missouri law mandates mental health parity, ensuring coverage for mental health treatment that is equal to physical health treatment. Option B is also correct as Missouri law requires timely payment of claims. Option D is incorrect because Missouri law does not mandate immediate coverage for pre-existing conditions in health insurance policies. Question 2. Insurance licensing. Which of the following actions would likely result in the suspension of an insurance producer's license in Missouri? A. Failing to complete the required continuing education credits within the designated time frame. B. Accurately disclosing all material facts about an insurance policy to the client. C. Providing a client with an insurance policy that matches their expressed needs and budget. D. Offering a policy without any exclusions or conditions that would affect coverage. Answer A. Explanation. Failing to complete the required continuing education. C. Credits would result in the suspension or revocation of an insurance producer's license in Missouri. C. Requirements are mandated to ensure producers remain knowledgeable about the ever-evolving regulations and products. In contrast, options B, C, and D are generally acceptable behaviors for an insurance producer provided that the disclosures and policy offerings are accurate and in line with legal and regulatory standards. Option is the correct answer because neglecting to meet the C requirements can lead to disciplinary actions including suspension. Question 3. Scenario-based question. Mr. Thompson, a Missouri insurance policyholder, recently submitted a claim for his damaged vehicle after an accident. The insurer took over 60 days to make a determination on the claim, causing Mr. Thompson financial hardship. Based on Missouri's insurance laws, which of the following steps should Mr. Thompson take next? A. Wait for another 30 days for a final decision, as insurers are allowed up to 90 days to resolve claims. B. File a formal complaint with the Missouri Department of Insurance, Financial Institutions, and Professional Registration (DIF). C. Accept the insurer's delayed decision as they are not legally obligated to expedite the process. D. Seek legal action immediately as there is no option for dispute resolution. Answer B. Explanation. Under Missouri's Fair Claims Settlement Act, insurance companies are required to make a claim determination within 30 days or in some cases up to 45 days. A delay of more than 60 days without proper communication and resolution may be considered a violation of Missouri insurance regulations. Therefore, the correct course of action for Mr. Thompson is to file a formal complaint with the Missouri Department of Insurance, Financial Institutions, and Professional Registration (DIF) as outlined in Missouri law. Option is incorrect because insurers in Missouri are not allowed 90 days to resolve a claim without valid reasons. Option C is incorrect because the insurer's delay violates the law. Option D is incorrect because Mr. Thompson has the option to file complaint with the DIF before considering legal action. Question 4. Rate regulation and filing. Which of the following is true regarding the rate filing process in Missouri? A. Insurers must file their proposed rates with the Missouri Department of Insurance (DIF) for approval, but they can implement the rates immediately after filing. B. Missouri's DIF may reject rates that do not meet the required standards, but they cannot impose any fines or penalties for submitting unapproved rates. C. Insurance companies are prohibited from using underwriting guidelines to adjust rates for high-risk individuals under Missouri law. Insurers are required to use a filing system that allows for public review of proposed rates before they are approved by the DIF. Answer D. Explanation. Under Missouri law, insurers must file their rates with the DIF for approval before they can implement them. Missouri law mandates that the filing system allows public access to the proposed rates, ensuring transparency. This process helps maintain regulatory oversight and consumer protection. Option is incorrect because insurers cannot implement rates immediately after filing. Approval is required. Option B is incorrect because the DIF has the authority to reject rates and impose penalties for non-compliance with filing requirements. Option C is incorrect because insurers can use underwriting guidelines to assess risk, but they must comply with Missouri's fair rate standards. Question 5. Claims handling and settlement. Under Missouri's Fair Claims Settlement Act, which of the following actions is prohibited in the claims handling process? A. Offering policyholders a reduced settlement amount if they accept a settlement within 15 days of the claim submission. B. Delaying the claim payment by more than 60 days without providing the policyholder with a valid reason for the delay. C. Conducting a thorough investigation of a claim to determine the full extent of the damages before settling. D. Requiring the policyholder to submit additional documentation after an initial settlement has been made. Answer. B. Explanation. Missouri's Fair Claims Settlement Act prohibits insurers from delaying the claim payment by more than 60 days without providing a valid reason. This regulation is designed to ensure that claims are settled in a timely and fair manner. Option is incorrect because insurers are allowed to offer a reduced settlement if the policyholder agrees to settle quickly as long as the offer is reasonable. Option C is incorrect because insurers are required to conduct a thorough investigation before settling, especially in cases of complex or large claims. Option D is allowed if additional documentation is needed to complete the claims process. Question 6. Insurance contracts and policies. Which of the following is typically excluded from coverage under a standard homeowner's insurance policy in Missouri? A. Damage caused by a fire that occurs inside the home. B. Theft of personal property from a locked garage. C. Damage to personal property caused by flooding. D. Vandalism to the exterior of the home. Answer. C. Explanation. A standard homeowner's insurance policy in Missouri typically excludes coverage for damage caused by flooding. Flood insurance must be purchased separately as it is not included in a standard homeowner's policy. Option is incorrect because damage from fire is generally covered under a homeowner's policy. Option B is incorrect because theft from a locked garage is typically covered under the personal property section of a homeowner's policy. Option D is incorrect because vandalism is usually covered under the policy provided the damage is not caused by the policyholder's negligence. Question 7. Scenario-based question. Mr. Harris, a Missouri resident, has been inquiring about life insurance policies for his family. He recently purchased a policy that includes coverage for accidental death. After reviewing the policy, he realized the insurer provided coverage for natural causes as well, but excluded certain types of deaths, such as those caused by high-risk activities. What should Mr. Harris be aware of regarding the exclusions in his policy? A. The exclusions apply only if Mr. Harris engages in high-risk activities such as skydiving. B. The exclusions do not apply if Mr. Harris informs the insurer about his participation in high-risk activities before purchasing the policy. C. Exclusions related to high-risk activities are typically enforceable, even if Mr. Harris was unaware of them at the time of purchasing the policy. D. The exclusions can be waived at any time. Harris provides written notice to the insurer. Answer. C. Explanation. Life insurance policies commonly include exclusions for high-risk activities such as skydiving or extreme sports. These exclusions are typically enforceable even if the policyholder was unaware of them at the time of purchase. It is the policyholder's responsibility to thoroughly read the policy and understand the terms, including exclusions. Option is incorrect because exclusions for high-risk activities apply regardless of whether the policyholder engages in such activities, unless specified otherwise. Option B is incorrect because informing the insurer after purchasing the policy will not necessarily waive the exclusions. Option D is incorrect because exclusions are generally not waivable by written notice alone. Question 8. Producer licensing. Which of the following is a condition for an individual to qualify for a resident producer license in Missouri? A. The individual must have completed a minimum of 60 hours of pre-licensing education and passed a state exam for each line of authority. B. The individual must have a bachelor's degree in insurance or a related field. C. The individual must submit proof of employment with an insurance company licensed in Missouri. D. The individual must have at least 10 years of work experience in the insurance industry. Answer. Explanation. To qualify for A resident producer license in Missouri, an individual must complete the required pre-licensing education, typically 2.60 hours depending on the line of authority, and pass a state exam for each line of authority such as life, health, or property and casualty insurance. Option B is incorrect because a bachelor's degree in insurance is not a requirement for licensure. Option C is incorrect because employment with an insurer is not a prerequisite for licensure. Option D is incorrect because work experience is not a required condition for obtaining a resident producer license in Missouri. Question 9. Insurance fraud and anti-fraud laws. Which of the following is not a typical indicator of fraudulent insurance claims in Missouri? A. Submitting multiple claims for similar incidents that occur within a short time period. B. Failing to disclose prior insurance claims when applying for new insurance coverage. C. The claimant provides inconsistent statements about the incident or loss. D. The insurer offers a settlement without conducting a full investigation into the claim. Answer: D. Explanation. Offering a settlement without conducting a thorough investigation could be a sign of negligence, but not necessarily fraud. Insurance fraud typically involves intentional misrepresentations such as submitting multiple claims for similar incidents. Option A. Failing to disclose prior claims. Option B. Or providing inconsistent statements. Option C. Insurers are required to fully investigate claims to ensure fairness and comply with regulations, but offering a settlement without investigation would not automatically be fraudulent. Option D is the correct answer. Question 10. Insurance fraud and anti-fraud laws. Which of the following actions would likely be considered insurance fraud in Missouri? A. A policyholder intentionally misrepresents the value of their stolen property to receive a higher settlement. B. An insurer denies a claim because it does not meet the coverage limits specified in the policy. C. A policyholder files a claim for accidental damage to their vehicle after a minor fender bender. D. An insurer offers a lower premium rate based on the policyholder's driving record. Answer A. Explanation. Insurance fraud occurs when a policyholder intentionally provides false or misleading information to receive an unjust settlement, in this case misrepresenting the value of stolen property in order to receive a higher settlement constitutes fraud. Option B is incorrect because denying a claim based on the terms of the policy is a valid action by the insurer, not fraud. Option C is incorrect because filing a claim for accidental damage is legitimate if the claim is truthful. Option D is incorrect because offering a low premium based on a policyholder's driving record is standard practice in the insurance industry. Question 11. Claims handling and settlement. Which of the following best describes the primary purpose of the Missouri Fair Claims Settlement Act? A. To ensure that insurers offer the lowest possible premiums to policyholders. B. To establish fair practices for insurers when handling and settling claims. C. To prevent insurers from denying claims for damages resulting from natural disasters. D. To regulate the types of insurance policies available in Missouri. Answer B. Explanation. The primary purpose of the Missouri Fair Claims Settlement Act is to establish fair practices for insurers when handling and settling claims. It ensures that insurers deal with claims promptly and fairly, avoiding unreasonable delays or denials. Option is incorrect because the Act does not focus on premiums but on fair claims handling. Option C is incorrect because the Act does not mandate coverage for natural disasters but regulates claims handling. Option D is incorrect because the Act does not deal with the types of insurance policies but with how claims are managed. Question 12. Insurance contracts and policies. Which of the following is an example of a condition that could void a life insurance policy in Missouri? A. The policyholder fails to pay premiums on time, leading to a lapse in coverage. B. The policyholder provides false information about their health history on the application. C. The policyholder files a claim for accidental death under a policy that includes accidental death benefits. D. The policyholder changes the beneficiary designation after the policy is issued. Answer B. Explanation. Providing false information about the policyholder's health history on the application could result in the voiding of a life insurance policy in Missouri. This is considered misrepresentation, which is a violation of the principle of utmost good faith in insurance contracts. Option is incorrect because a failure to pay premiums may lead to a policy lapse, but it doesn't void the policy. Option C is incorrect because filing the claim for accidental death is generally covered under accidental death benefits. Option D is incorrect because changing the beneficiary is a standard policyholder right and does not void the policy. Question 13, scenario-based question. Ms. Wilson, a Missouri resident, purchased health insurance coverage for her family. After being diagnosed with a chronic illness, she had several treatments covered by her health insurance policy. However, her insurer later denied a claim for a new treatment, citing that it was excluded under her policy's terms. Ms. Wilson disputes the insurer's decision. What should Ms. Wilson do to resolve the situation? A. Accept the insurer's decision and seek treatment from a different provider. B. File a complaint with the Missouri Department of Insurance (DIF) and request an investigation into the claim denial. C. Sue the insurer in court immediately as the insurer's decision was final. D. Cancel the health insurance policy and purchase coverage from different insurer. Answer. B. Explanation. Ms. Wilson should file a complaint with the Missouri Department of Insurance (DIF) if she disputes the insurer's decision. The DIF has the authority to investigate complaints, mediate disputes, and enforce compliance with Missouri's insurance laws. Option is incorrect because simply accepting the insurer's decision without challenge would prevent her from addressing the issue. Option C is incorrect because legal action is typically last resort, not the first step, in resolving an insurance dispute. Option D is incorrect because cancelling the policy may not resolve the current issue, and she should first seek resolution through regulatory channels. Question 14. Licensing requirements. Which of the following is a requirement for an individual to become licensed as a producer in Missouri? A. The individual must have at least 5 years of experience working in the insurance industry. B. The individual must successfully complete a state-approved pre-licensing education program and pass the relevant licensing exam. C. The individual must be employed by an insurance company for at least 2 years before applying for a license. D. The individual must pass a criminal background check, but only if applying for a health insurance. Answer. B. Explanation. To become a licensed producer in Missouri, individuals must complete a state-approved pre-licensing education program and pass the relevant licensing exam for the line of insurance they wish to sell. A. G. Life, health, property, casualty. Option is incorrect because prior experience is not a requirement. Option C is incorrect because being employed by an insurer is not a prerequisite for obtaining a producer license. Option D is incorrect because all applicants for producer licenses must undergo a criminal background check regardless of the specific line of insurance. Question 15. Insurance taxes and financial requirements. Which of the following is true regarding Missouri's insurance premium tax? A. Insurance premium taxes are levied only on life insurance premiums and not on property or casualty premiums. B. Insurance premium taxes are assessed on the gross premiums collected by insurers, and the rates vary by insurance type. C. Insurers are exempt from paying insurance premium taxes if their premiums are less than $1 million annually. D. Insurance premium taxes are paid directly by policyholders, not insurers. Answer. B. Explanation. Insurance premium taxes in Missouri are assessed on the gross premiums collected by insurers, and the tax rates vary depending on the type of insurance. These taxes are imposed on the insurer, not the policyholder. Option is incorrect because both life insurance premiums and property casualty premiums are subject to tax. Option C is incorrect because there is no exemption based on the annual premium amount. Option D is incorrect because the tax is paid by insurers, not by policyholders. Question 16. Regulatory authorities and agencies. Which of the following statements is true regarding the role of the Missouri Department of Insurance, Financial Institutions, and Professional Registration (DIF)? A. The DIF is responsible for regulating the solvency and financial health of insurers operating in Missouri. B. The DIF has no authority over insurance producers and only regulates insurance companies. C. The DIF issues licenses only to life and health insurance producers in Missouri. D. The DIF is primarily concerned with setting insurance premiums for individual policyholders. Answer. A. Explanation. The DIF is responsible for regulating the solvency and financial health of insurers operating in Missouri, ensuring that they maintain adequate reserves and comply with financial regulations. Option B is incorrect because the DIF also regulates insurance producers, not just insurance companies. Option C is incorrect because the DIF issues licenses for producers in various lines of insurance, including life, health, property, and casualty. Option D is incorrect because the DIF does not directly set premiums for policyholders. Instead, it oversees the rate filing process and ensures rates are fair and reasonable. Question 17. Missouri-specific insurance laws. Which of the following is prohibited under Missouri's consumer protection laws in insurance? A. Offering discounts for multiple policyholders under the same insurer. B. Offering rebates or inducements to induce the purchase of insurance. C. Charging different premiums based on the applicant's location in Missouri. D. Providing customers with information about the insurer's financial standing. Answer. B. Explanation. Missouri law prohibits offering rebates or inducements to induce the purchase of insurance, as these practices can lead to unfair competition and consumer deception. Option is incorrect because offering discounts is allowed as long as it is part of the insurer's pricing structure. Option C is incorrect because insurers are allowed to adjust premiums based on geographic location if it reflects the risk associated with that area. Option D is incorrect because providing financial information about the insurer is required and part of transparency in the insurance industry. Question 18. Insurance marketing and advertising. Which of the following would be considered a prohibited practice in insurance marketing under Missouri law? A. Advertising the benefits of a life insurance policy in a manner that is clear and understandable to the general public. B. Using the term free in advertisements without disclosing the full cost or terms associated with the promotion. C. Offering a promotion or giveaway to all individuals who purchase a policy. D. Providing potential customers with accurate and detailed policy information upon request. Answer. B. Explanation. Using the term free in advertisements without clearly disclosing the full cost or terms associated with the promotion is prohibited. This practice could be considered misleading to consumers. Option is incorrect because clear and understandable advertising is encouraged under Missouri law. Option C is incorrect because offering a promotional giveaway is allowed as long as it is disclosed properly and not misleading. Option D is correct because providing detailed policy information is a required practice for transparency and consumer protection. Question 19. Claims process. What is the primary purpose of the claims investigation process in Missouri? A. To determine whether the insurer should deny or accept the claim based on policy exclusions. B. To gather enough information to determine whether the policyholder was at fault in causing the damage. C. To ensure that the policyholder receives a quick settlement without further review. D. To verify the validity of the claim and ensure that the policy terms are being honored. Answer. D. Explanation. The primary purpose of the claims investigation process is to verify the validity of the claim and ensure that the policy terms are being honored. The insurer must investigate the claim thoroughly to confirm that it meets the policy conditions, exclusions, and coverage limits. Option is incorrect because denying or accepting a claim based solely on exclusions is not the primary purpose of the investigation. Option B is incorrect because the investigation focuses on verifying the claim, not determining fault. Option C is incorrect because a quick settlement should not override a thorough investigation of the claim's validity. Question 20. Policy cancellation and non-renewal. Which of the following actions is an insurer allowed to take under Missouri law regarding the non-renewal of a policy? A. An insurer may non-renew a policy for any reason with no required notice to the policyholder. B. An insurer must provide written notice of non-renewal at least 30 days prior to the policy's expiration date. C. An insurer can non-renew policy only if the policyholder has filed claim within the last year. D. An insurer may non-renew policy if the policyholder fails to make premium payment after the grace period. Answer. B. Explanation. Under Missouri law, an insurer must provide written notice of non-renewal at least 30 days prior to the policy's expiration date. This ensures that the policyholder has sufficient time to find alternative coverage. Option is incorrect because insurers cannot non-renew policy without providing proper notice. Option C is incorrect because filing claim is not valid reason for non-renewal under Missouri law. Option D is incorrect because failure to make premium payment within the grace period could lead to cancellation, not non-renewal. Question 21. Risk management. Which of the following is considered a method of risk retention in the context of risk management? A. Purchasing insurance to cover potential losses. B. Implementing safety programs to reduce the likelihood of accidents. C. Accepting the potential for loss without transferring or avoiding it. D. Transferring risk to a third-party insurer through reinsurance. Answer. See explanation. Risk retention occurs when an entity or individual chooses to accept the potential financial loss rather than transferring or avoiding it. This may be done through self-insurance or simply not taking any action to mitigate the risk. Option A describes risk transfer. Option B describes risk reduction. Option D describes risk transfer via reinsurance. Question 22. Insurance fraud. Under Missouri law, if an insurance agent knowingly engages in fraudulent activities, what is the potential penalty? A. A fine of up to $1,000. B. Imprisonment for a minimum of 6 months. C. Suspension or revocation of their license. D. A written warning and suspension from practice for 30 days. Answer. C. Explanation. If an insurance agent knowingly engages in fraudulent activities, the Missouri Department of Insurance, Financial Institutions, and Professional Registration (DIF) may suspend or revoke their license. This penalty is in line with Missouri's efforts to protect consumers from fraudulent practices. Option A and B are incorrect because they are not the penalties for fraud under Missouri law. Option D is too lenient and not a common penalty for fraud. Question 23. Policy provisions. Which of the following clauses in an insurance policy outlines the procedures and rights of the insured in case of a claim? A. The insuring clause. B. The conditions clause. C. The exclusion clause. D. The waiver clause. Answer. B. Explanation. The conditions clause outlines the procedures the policyholder must follow in case of a claim, such as providing notice, cooperating with the investigation, and submitting proof of loss. The insuring clause provides the coverage description, while the exclusion clause lists the situations that are not covered. The waiver clause pertains to the voluntary relinquishment of a known. Question 24. Producer licensing requirements. Which of the following is a requirement for a person to obtain a resident insurance producer license in Missouri? A. They must have at least 2 years of prior insurance industry experience. B. They must pass a pre-licensing education course and the state exam. C. They must work for a specific insurance company for at least 1 year. D. They must demonstrate that they have sold insurance policies for at least 10 years. Answer. B. Explanation. To obtain a resident insurance producer license in Missouri, an individual must pass a state exam and complete a pre-licensing education course that meets the state's requirements. This ensures the individual has the necessary knowledge of insurance laws and practices. Option is not required. Prior experience is not state condition for licensing. Options C and D are also not requirements for obtaining license. Question 25. Insurance contracts and policies. What is the primary purpose of an insurance policies? Declarations page. A. To outline the exclusions and limitations of coverage. B. To detail the insurer's obligations under the policy. C. To provide summary of the insured coverage and policy limits. D. To list all the specific endorsements attached to the policy. Answer. C. Explanation. The declarations page provides a summary of the insured's information, the coverage provided, the policy limits, and the policy period. It is the first page of the insurance policy. Option A refers to the exclusion clause. Option B is more aligned with the conditions clause, and option D refers to endorsements, which are separate provisions added to the policy. Question 26. Claims handling. An insurance adjuster investigates the claim made by Mr. Thompson, whose vehicle was involved in a collision. The adjuster finds no signs of fraud but determines that the damages are well below the policy's coverage limit. What should the adjuster do? A. Deny the claim because the damages do not exceed the coverage limit. B. Settle the claim by paying the full amount up to the coverage limit. C. Inform Mr. Thompson that the claim will be denied based on policy exclusions. D. Investigate further to see if any exclusions apply despite the coverage limit. Answer. B. Explanation. Since the damages are well below the policy's coverage limit and there are no signs of fraud, the adjuster should settle the claim by paying the full amount up to the coverage limit. This aligns with the principle of indemnity, ensuring that Mr. Thompson is restored to the position he was in before the loss without exceeding the coverage limit. Option is incorrect because the claim is valid. Option C is incorrect because no exclusions have been mentioned. Option D is unnecessary if there are no exclusions present. Question 27. Rate regulation in Missouri. Which of the following is true regarding the Missouri insurance rate filing process? A. Insurers must submit rate filings to the Missouri Department of Insurance, Financial Institutions, and Professional Registration (DIF) for approval. B. Rate filings are automatically approved unless the DIF objects within 30 days. C. Insurers are not required to file rates for property and casualty policies. D. The DIF sets the rates that insurers must charge for all insurance policies. Answer: explanation. In Missouri, insurers are required to submit their rate filings to the DIF for approval. The department reviews these filings to ensure they are reasonable, adequate, and not discriminatory. Option B is incorrect because rate filings are not automatically approved. Option C is incorrect because rate filings for property and casualty policies are required. Option D is incorrect because the DIF does not set rates. It reviews them for compliance with state regulations. Question 20. Ethical and professional conduct. Which of the following is considered an unethical practice for an insurance producer in Missouri? A. Charging a fee for advice that is independent of the insurance premium. B. Rebating a portion of the premium to a client without disclosure to the insurer. C. Offering an insurance policy with clear and truthful representations. D. Accepting compensation for referrals without making any misrepresentation. Answer: B. Explanation. Rebating or offering a portion of the premium to the client without disclosing it to the insurer is an unethical practice under Missouri law. It is considered a violation of the Unfair Trade Practices regulations. Option is not unethical if the advice is separate from the insurance policy. Option C is not unethical as long as the policy is truthfully represented. Option D is not unethical if proper disclosures are made. Question 29. Consumer protection laws. Under Missouri law, what is an insurer required to do when a claim is reported and covered under the policy? They pay the claim immediately without investigation. B. Deny the claim within 30 days if the insurer cannot settle. C. Acknowledge receipt of the claim and begin the investigation promptly. D. Wait for the policyholder to submit the claim before starting the investigation. Answer: C. Explanation. Missouri law requires insurers to acknowledge the receipt of the claim and begin investigating it promptly. Timely acknowledgement ensures that the consumer's rights are respected and the claim is processed efficiently. Option is incorrect because an investigation is required. Option B is incorrect because claim denial is not mandatory within 30 days unless the insurer has completed the investigation. Option D is incorrect because the insurer is responsible for initiating the claim investigation. Question 30. Surplus lines insurance. Which of the following is true regarding surplus lines insurance in Missouri? A. Surplus lines insurance must be purchased from an admitted insurer. B. Surplus lines insurers are not subject to Missouri's insurance regulations. C. Surplus lines insurance is only available to high net worth individuals. D. Surplus lines insurers must be approved by the Missouri Department of Insurance. Answer: D. Explanation. Surplus lines insurers must be approved by the Missouri Department of Insurance, and they are subject to certain regulations even though they are not required to be admitted in the state. These insurers provide coverage for risks that admitted insurers cannot cover. Option is incorrect because surplus lines insurance is written by non-admitted insurers. Option B is incorrect because surplus lines insurers are still regulated. Option C is incorrect because surplus lines insurance is not limited to high net worth individuals. It is available to businesses and individuals with unusual risks.